Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is we're going to solve word problems involving linear inequalities into variables. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So I will give you 3 examples class for you to really understand this one class. And we'll be answering this one class step by step. Once again class, if this video helps, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Alright, so let's start with example number 1. The total amount of 1 peso coins and 5 peso coins in Maria's purse is 20 pesos. Give 2 possible number of coins of each kind in her purse. So once again class, you need to understand the problem class. Maria, the total amount of money in her purse, that would be 20 pesos. Maria has 1 peso coin, Maria has 5 peso coin. But the problem class, we don't know the number of 1 peso coin, we don't know the number of 5 peso coin. Therefore, class, we can say, let x be the number of 1 peso coin. Once again, class, you can choose any variable. You can have x, y, a, b, c, d, any letter, class. So just have let x, class. Let x be the number of 1 peso coin. Once again, class, we don't know the number of 1 peso coin, and we also don't know the number of 5 peso coin. Therefore, we can say, let y be the number of 5 peso coin. Now, once you have this one, class, we can write our equation. The number of 1 peso coin times 1, and then the number of 5 peso coin times 5. So, we can write this one 1 times the number of 1 peso coin times x plus 5 times the number of 5 peso coin, that would be y, is less than or equal to 20. It should be less than or equal to 20, class. It should not be exceeding 20 pesos because Maria has only 20 pesos in her purse. So it should be less than or equal to 20. And then we can multiply this one. 1 times x, that would be 1x or x. 1x or x is just the same, class. Understood that there's 1 here. So x and then 5 times y, that would be 5y, is less than or equal to 20. And this will be our inequality, class. This will be our inequality. Alright, now to answer this one, class, we can have our table for us to be guided. I'm sure, class, very easy to answer this one if you will have your table. So let's have our table, class, for us to be guided. Alright, so we have our table. So let's say this is the number of 5 peso coin. So let's say this is 5 peso coin, number of 5 peso coin. Alright, and this one right here, the number of 1 peso coin. Of course, this will be the total, right? Now, let's say the number of 5 peso coin, Maria has 1 5 peso coin. 1 5 peso coin. Now, how many 1 peso coin plus the remaining? That's correct, it should be 15, right? Because if you have 1 5 peso coin, 1 5 peso coin, that would be 5 pesos, right? This is 5 pesos. Therefore, if you have 15 1 peso coin, plus 15 pesos, this will be 20, right? The total is 20 pesos. I hope, class, it's clear for you, class. You have 1 5 peso coin, therefore, you should have 15 1 peso coin. Because 15 1 peso coin, 15 times 1, that would be 15. And then 1 times 5, that would be 5, right? 5 plus 15, that would be 20. So that's the first combination, class. You can have 1 5 peso coin and then 15 1 peso coin. First combination, class. Very easy, class, if you have your table. Second combination, we can have 2 5 peso coin. Now, how many number of 1 peso coin left? If you have 2 5 peso coins, therefore, you have 10 1 peso coin. Because if you multiply this one, you have 2 5 peso coin. Of course, if you multiply this one, you have 2 5 peso coin, that would be 10 pesos, right? Therefore, the remaining, it should be 10 1 peso coin. You have 10 1 peso coin, and that would be 10 pesos. And 10 plus 10, that would be 20. So, 20 is the total. So, second combination. Alright, so we can also have, if you have 3 5 peso coin. So, 3 5 peso coin, 3 times 5, that would be 15 pesos. So, therefore, the remaining, that would be 5 1 peso coin. And that would be 20 pesos. So, these are the possible combination, class. We're just looking for 2 possible number of coins. So, 2 possible number of combinations, sorry. 2 possible number of coins of each kind in her purse. So we can have this one. These are the possible combinations. So we can say, we can have 1 5 peso coin. So 1 5 peso coins. We can write this one, 1 5 peso coin. and 15 1 peso coin. 15 1 peso coin. So that's the first combination. So we can also have 2 5 peso coin. So 2 5 peso coin. And 10 1 peso coin. 10 1 peso coin. 10 1 peso coin. Alright, last combination, we can have 3 5 peso coin. Of course, 3 5 peso coin, that would be 15, right? 3 times 5, that would be 15. Therefore, the remaining, that would be that would be 5 1 peso coin. 5 1 peso coin. 5 1 peso coin. That's it, class. That's the combination, class. And then you're all set. Simple as that, class, with regards to example number 1. All set. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. Alright, so let's have example number 2. Thrice a number is less than another number. Find 2 possible combination of those numbers. So we have this word thrice a number. Now, once again, class, we don't know what is this number. We let x be the first number or this number. So let's have the first number. Let x be the first number. So thrice a number is less than another number. Now we don't know what is this other number, another number. Therefore, we can say let y be the other number. So we represent this one as x, the first number. This is x, and this is y, the other number, that would be y. Now, if you have this word thrice, it means 3 times. So 3 times this first number, so 3 times x, that would be 3x, is less than another number, that would be y, is less than y. And this will be our inequality. Alright, now we need to find 2 possible combination, class, with this given inequality. So therefore, class, we need to have trial and error, value of x, and then value of y. Let's say, class, if x is equals to 2, and then y is equals to 8. Once again, class, we do have many possible combinations. So let's check, class, if this is true. If x is 2, and then y is positive 8, will it satisfy the inequality, class? Let's check that one out. Let's substitute the value of x and then the value of y. So 3x is less than y. So once again, if you have 3x, it means 3 times x. So 3 times the value of x, that would be 2, is less than the value of y, that would be 8. 3 times 2 is 6, is less than 8. Is it true, class, that 6 is less than 8? 6 is less than 8, class. Is it true, class? Yup, that would be true. So therefore, class, it will satisfy the inequality. X is equals to 2 and y is equals to 8. So therefore, we can have that one. X is equals to 2 and y is equals to 8. That is acceptable, class. First combination, class, 2 and then 8. So first combination, that would be 2 and then 8. Yep, we can have this one. Alright, so we can have this answer. Let's try another example, class. What if we say we have positive 2 and then negative 3? Let's check that one out, class. X is positive 2 and then y is negative 3. Let's check that one out. Y is negative 3. Alright, so substitute the value of x and y. So 3x is less than y. So 3 times the value of x, that would be 2, is less than y. The value of y, that would be negative 3. 3 times 2, that would be 6, is less than negative 3. Is 6 less than negative 3? Nope, 6 is not less than negative 3. This is false, class. So therefore, we cannot choose this combination. Alright, let's try another combination. Because what if I say x is positive 4 and y is positive 15? Alright, let's do that. So 3x is less than y. So 3 times the value of x, that would be 4, is less than the value of y, that would be 15. 3 times 4 is 12, less than 15. Is 12 is less than 15? Was it that 12 is less than 15? Is it true, class, that 12 is less than 15? Yup, that would be true. So therefore, class, we can have this combination. So therefore, we can have x equals 4 and y equals positive 15. And the combination, so that would be 2 and 15. Sorry, that would be 4 and 15. 4 and 15. That's it, class. Since we are just looking for 2 possible combinations, so this will be our answer, class. Once again, class, in your end, class, you can have many possible combinations. That's okay. another possible combinations class. It's up to you class, which do you prefer? Just simply use this equation class. So in my end, our answer, there will be 2 and 8, 4 and 15. All set. That's the answer class with regards to example number 2. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 3. Alright, so let's have example number 3. Julie plans to spend no more than 1,400 pesos for a pair of pants and a blouse. Suppose that the price of a pair of pants is 100 pesos less than twice the price of a blouse. What is the greatest amount that she can spend for the blouse? Now, we know, class, that Julie will not spend no more than 1,400 pesos. But the problem, class, we don't know what is the price for a pair of pants. We don't know what is the price of the blouse. So, therefore, class, we can say, let X be the price for a pair of pants. Alright, and then we can also say let Y be the price for a blouse. Of course, we know that Julie will not spend no more than 1,400. So therefore, we can say X, this one right here, the price of a pair of pants, X plus the price of a pair of blouse, X plus Y, is less than or equal to 1,400 pesos. So this will be our inequality. X plus Y is less than or equal to 1,400 pesos. Now, it says in the second statement, class, suppose that the price of a pair of pants is 100 less than twice the pair of blouse. 100 pesos. Now, it says on the second statement, class, suppose that the price of a pair of pants is 100 less than twice the price of a blouse. Once again, class, the price of a pair of pants, we let this one as X. So, this is X. Is equal sign. So, is equal sign. So, this will be X. Once again, class, let's do it step by step, class. Price of a pair of pants, that would be X. Is equal sign. 100 less than twice. So, let's have this word twice. So let me just write that one, class, for you not to be confused. 100. Once again, class, we have the price of a pair of pants, that would be X, and then is equal sign 100 less than twice the price of a blouse. Alright, once again, class, the price of a blouse, we let this one as Y, right? This is Y, right? Once again, class, the price of a blouse, there will be Y, so this is Y. We have less than, there will be minus sign, this is minus sign. Twice, there will be 2 times, right? Once again, if you have this word twice, it means 2 times. Twice, there will be 2 times the price of the blouse, there will be Y, so 2 times Y, this will be 2Y. Less than, there will be minus sign, 100, there will be 100, and then minus, and then 2Y. Now, be careful with this one, class. If you have this word less than, you should do it reverse. You have this word than, class, you should do it reverse, class. This 2Y comes first. If you write this one, class, X is equal to 100 minus 2Y, I'm sure, class, 100% you will commit mistake because you have this word than, class. Once again, class, especially, class, in subtraction, class, you have this word than, automatic, class, you should do it reverse. The answer, class, it should be X. So, copy X. And then this 2Y comes first. 2Y comes first. So, 2Y equals, once again, X equals, is equal sign. 2Y comes first. Copy minus sign and then 100. It should be 2Y minus 100, class. Once again, class, it should be 2Y minus 100. If you write this one, class, 100 minus 2Y, and then you solve for this one, class, I'm sure, class, you will commit mistake. 100%, class, you will commit mistake. So that's why, class, if you have this word less than, just simply do it reverse. Twice the price of a blouse comes first, so 2Y comes first. So this will be X. It should be X. Is, once again, the price of a pants, that would be X. Is equal sign. Twice the price of a blouse comes first, so 2Y comes first. Less than minus sign and then 100. It should be X equals 2Y minus 100. Alright, and then simply substitute, class, the value of X so that we can get the value of Y. So y, that would be the price of a blouse. So price for a blouse. So substitute the value of x. So the value of x, that would be 2y minus 100. Copy plus copy y. Once again, class, the value of x, that would be 2y minus 100. So 2y minus 100 plus y. Once again, class, sir, where did you get 2y minus 100? That would be the value of x. So 2y minus 100, copy plus y, is less than or equal to 1,400. Alright, so we can arrange this one. We can combine like terms. So this will be 2y, copy plus y, copy minus 100, is less than or equal to 1,400. Alright, so 2y plus y, that would be 3y, minus 100 is less than or equal to 1,400. Alright, so we can transpose 100 from left to right. Once you transfer, you change the sign, or we can add both sides by 100. So let's just add both sides by 100 class. Simply add both sides by 100. So plus 100 and then plus 100. So cancel this out. Once again, class, you can just simply transpose this one. Once you transfer, you change the sign. Okay, once again, class, once you transfer this one, you change the sign. It will become 3y is less than or equal to 14. Then we transpose this one. This is negative. It will become positive 100. You can do this one, class. If you're not confused, or for me, class, I just simply add both sides by 100. So cancel this out. So this will be 3y is less than or equal to 14 plus 100. That would be 15. And then to get the value of y, simply divide both sides by 3. Divide by 3. Cancel this out. And the value of y is equal to, so the value of y, that would be less than or equal to 15 divided by 3. That would be 500. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 3. So we can make our conclusion, class. So the pair of blouse, or the price of a blouse, that would be less than or equal to 500. So therefore, the question right there, what is the greatest amount that she can spend for the blouse? So therefore, we can say the greatest amount. So the greatest amount Julie can spend for the blouse, once again, plus y, that would be the price for the blouse, right? We said it a while ago, let y be the price of the blouse. So the greatest amount of Julie can spend for the blouse is 500 pesos. That's it, class. All set. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 3. Alright, so how about you try this one, class, example number 4. And then you put your answer, class, on the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. So once again, class, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.